Welcome back to episode 3 of the Manchester City FC 26 career mode. Stefan Ortega leaves to join Valencia on a free. He will leave in the summer. And we take on Fulham. But Marmoush is not going to Crystal Palace anytime soon. But Calvin Phillips could go to Newcastle. So we play against Exeter. So let's see if we can get a win. We will be simming this game. And it's round 3 of the FA Cup. So we have got Exeter at home in the Cup, which we'll be simming. Fulham away in the Carabao Cup in the semi-final, which we will be playing. Man United away in the league, which we will be playing. And United and Bodo Glimt away in the UCL, which we will be simming. So the top goal scorer so far is Erling Haaland on 28, Foden on 10, Turkey on 4, and Reinders on 4. So let's see if we can get a win here against Exeter City. So we start off with Silva on the left, Bob on the right, Marmoush at the centre, O'Reilly, Ake, Gonzalez as the midfield three, Aitnuri and Lewis at the full-backs with Diaz, Kusanov and Trafford as the others. And that is the subs bench, and in the reserves we have them. So it is a win on penalties. And goals scored by Nico Gonzalez and Bernardo Silva. We went 1-0 up, then we went 2-1 up. Very good win. So Savinho, Haaland and Cherky, the front three, Reinders, Rodri and Silva in the midfield, Aitnuri left back, Gonzalez and Gvardiol the centre back pairing, Nunes at right back, and Gianluigi Donnarumma starts in goal. So City against Fulham at Craven Cottage. Fulham kick off. Here's a Wobie. And wide by Rodrigo Muniz. Here's Chukwueze. Chukwueze saved by Donnarumma. Here's Savinho. Past his man, brilliant by Savinho. Savinho, great ball over the top to Cherky. City with men over here. Cherky to Haaland. Haaland lays it off and Ty Johnny Reinders gives Manchester City the lead. Superb finish by Ty Johnny Reinders. And Manchester City take the lead. Superb goal by Manchester City. Haaland just leaves it and Ty Johnny Reinders passes it in. And here's Cherky. Oh, and cleared. Here's Smith Rowe. And that is half time. Haaland kicks off the second half. City with a 1-goal lead. Cherky. It's Gvardiol. Here's Savinho. Savinho past his man. Brilliant by Savinho. Savinho crosses it in for Ryan Cherky. Great save by the goalkeeper. Bernardo Silva, whipped in by Bernardo Silva, headed away by Bassi, kept alive by Savinho, Reinders. Here's Rodrigo Muniz, good save by Gianluigi Donnarumma in the 67th minute. Rodri past his man. Savinho, shot blocked by Tete. And free kick for Manchester City. Up steps. Cherky. Can he get it over the wall? He can, but shot saved by Bernd Leno. Reinders. Past his man. Reinders, good save by Bernd Leno. And that is full time here at Craven Cottage. City's next game is against Manchester United After winning in the cup against Fulham and a win in the cup against Exeter on penalties, Manchester City travel to Old Trafford to face Manchester United. City line up with a very strong squad. And City are looking to win this Manchester derby. In goal, Gianluigi Donnarumma. Right back, Matheus Nunes and Nico O'Reilly. The two centre-backs, Ruben Dias and Joshko Gvardiol. Rodri as the CDM, Phil Foden and Reinders the midfield too, with Marmoush on the left, Oscar Bob on the right and Haaland through the centre. On the bench, Calvin Phillips, Nico Gonzalez, John Stones, Rene Nuri, Ryan Cherky, James Trafford, Rico Lewis, Nathan Ake and Aboukader Kusanov. Players missing out on the side in the team today. So at Old Trafford, City won at the Etihad, given away straight away by Nico O'Reilly. Here's Mbeumo to Bruno Fernandes, to Kobbie Mainoo, to Mbeumo, back to Mainoo, to Benjamin Sesko, 1-0 Manchester United. And United get an early lead in the Manchester derby. Benjamin Sesko. Brilliantly worked team goal by Man United. Sesko, unmarked, buries it into the bottom corner. City trail in the derby. Rodri to O'Reilly. Here's Omar Marmoush. Marmoush away from Mazraoui. Marmoush coming inside now. Marmoush to Phil Foden. City strike back instantly. Phil Foden gets his first goal. Gets his first goal of his career mode. And it's a brilliant finish by Phil Foden. What a camera angle replay as well. Superb run by Omar Marmoush. And he just lays it off for Phil Foden. And Phil Foden thumps it into the roof of the net on his weaker right foot. Here's a pass Ruben Dias. Tackled by Gvardiol. Haaland to Marmoush. Here's Omar Marmoush in behind here. Marmoush! Great save by Sen Lamens. City go short on the corner to Marmoush. Mainoo for Bruno Fernandes. Cleared by Matheus Nunes. And here's Omar Marmoush, mistake by Mazraoui. Omar Marmoush wraps it into the top corner. Brilliant strike by Omar Marmoush. And City have their second of the game. And the comeback complete. Defensive mistake by Manchester United. Pounced upon by Omar Marmoush. And he wrapped by Sen Lamens. Marmoush over this corner. Marmoush whips it in. Haaland can't win the header. Cleared by Manchester United. That is half-time in this game. Manchester City go into the second half against Manchester United with a 1-goal cushion. Goals from Phil Foden, Benjamin Sesko and Omar Marmoush. Here's Matheus Cunha. To Sesko, back to Cunha. Shot blocked by Gvardiol. Here's Cunha! Blocked by Diaz. Diaz finds Phil Foden. Oscar Bob still with it now. To Reinders. Reinders finds Phil Foden. Phil Foden checks back inside. Rodri! Shot blocked. Oscar Bob replaced by Ryan Cherky. And that's all. That's the end. 1. Oh, but City can't get it out. Now here's Erling Haaland. Haaland gets out wide to Cherky. Here's Cherky. Cherky dispossessed Erling Haaland now. Haaland's still with it. And Rodri can't keep him. Marmoush's pass. Here's De Ligt to Maguire. Here's Maino. Fizzed out wide to Cunha. And Nunes comes inside. Here's Kobbie Mainoo. Man United piling on the pressure. And Brandon Mbeumo's shot is wide. And that is the last kick of the game. Full time here in Manchester. And Manchester City taking all 3 points. It's a hard fought victory by the citizens, but they will take it. Superb performance by Omar Marmoush, who was surely. Here's Kobbie Mainoo. Man United piling on the pressure. And Brandon Mbeumo's shot is wide. And that is the last kick of the game. Full time here in Manchester. And Manchester City taking all 3 points. It's a hard fought victory. So these are the ratings for the game against Man United. Very good ratings all around, the best being for Marmoush, who played a blinder, but good ratings for Foden, Oscar Bob and Gvardiol. And then for the final game of this episode, we've got a Champions League game against Bodo Glimt, which we will sim. We are 4th. They are 32nd. We are looking to get automatic promotion, but as it stands, we will be. But Bodo Glimt won't. And it is a very rotated side here against Bodo Glimt. Especially after they win against Manchester United. At striker, Omar Marmoush. Right wing, Bernardo Silva. Left wing, Savinho. A midfield three of Rico Lewis, Nathan Ake, Nico Gonzalez. Right back, Matheus Nunes. Left back, Reini Nuri. Kusanov and Stones at the back two with Donnarumma. On the bench, Rodri, Cherki, Diaz, O'Reilly, Foden, Haaland, Reinders, Gvardiol and James Trafford. It is a quick sim 3-1 win. Goals by Bernardo Silva, Omar Marmoush and Savinho after we went 1-0 down. So as always guys, thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. You currently sit top of the Premier League table after we have overtaken Arsenal. Our next game, and in the next episode, we will play the game at home to Wolves, play the game against Galatasaray, play the game against Spurs and sim the second leg of the cup. Thank you for watching guys. See you in the next one.